This week's episode is brought to you by Campaign Refinery, an amazing new email marketing automation tool. Look, in the world of digital marketing, there's a lot to keep track of. We all know this. As much as we're in love with social media and the power of social conversation here at Social Inc. and on the All About Digital Marketing podcast, we are well aware at just how powerful email marketing can be. Email marketing is not dead. In fact, it's never been more important to help you leverage your presence everywhere else into the one channel that you'll own, regardless of what changes Facebook, Twitter, or any other platform makes in the future. I've known the founder, Travis Ketchum, for years, and he's been a past guest on the podcast, episode 15 if you want to listen to it. I've personally used his other products before, and they've been fantastic. The amount of thought that he's put into each and every one of what he's created has been incredible. I'd highly encourage you to try their free 14-day trial at campaignrefinery.com to see what world-class email marketing automation can do for you and your business. Massive thank you to Travis and Campaign Refinery for their support of the All About Digital Marketing show. Welcome to the All About Digital Marketing podcast. The show all about
digital marketing.
Digital marketing.
Digital marketing.
Digital marketing.
Brought to you by Social Inc., a digital marketing agency specializing in social media and content marketing for brave brands and forward-thinking SMEs. I'm your host, Chris Bruno, and as always, we're here to bring you the most actionable tips, tricks, tools, and insights to help you achieve more when it comes to your digital marketing. Subscribe to the show and be sure to share with a friend if you found something useful or interesting. You can find all the show notes and more information on www.allaboutdigitalmarketing.co.uk. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the All About Digital Marketing podcast. I'm really excited today because I get to talk to you guys a little bit about how you can increase your engagement on social media. So let's jump straight into it. So many companies that we meet as an agency come to us explaining that they're having some real issues when it comes to getting engagement on social media. They've read articles that will say things like Facebook is dead or that Twitter doesn't work or whatever it might be. And everybody's right. All of these articles are written from somebody's point of view where they've had an experience, be it positive or negative, that allows them to say with confidence, this platform works really well and this platform doesn't. But that's for them. What about for you? One of the biggest questions that I always end up asking any client or any prospect that we talk to is a really simple one. When they say they're not getting any engagement, I'll ask, how often do you ask to get engagement? How often do you invite your audience in to be part of the conversation with you? And often I ask the question, how often do you go to talk to anybody else? I'm going to get into this in a little bit more detail, but just ponder that for a second and ask yourself, if you're not getting a lot of engagement, when was the last time you actually invited anyone in your audience to be part of the conversation? So without further ado, let's have a look at 5 types of posts that you can use on social media to encourage more engagement. The first one seems like an absolute no-brainer. Really simply, ask a question. Yep, that's it. It's as simple as that. When you ask a question, when your post is about the question, not about selling a product, not about trying to push your service, not about informing people about your latest buy one, get one free offer, but when you actually ask a question, you're inviting people to become part of a conversation. Think of it in this way. If you went on a first date, would you sit there telling people how amazing you are? And I imagine there are some people like that out there. Or would you start asking questions? As you ask questions, people ask you questions back. You get to respond. You engage in what's called a conversation. Engagement online, and especially on social media, shouldn't be any different. As an agency, we often talk about it as putting the social back into social media. We seem to have forgotten that these platforms used to be referred to as social networks. They were a place for us to connect with other human beings, to talk to them, and to be part of a bigger conversation. When they started becoming social media, people started focusing on posting and posting and posting as if they were a TV channel, whereby the safety of being behind the other side of the television camera meant that no one could ask you anything or no one really got involved. So really simply, take time to ask a question. That's my first tip. And the last time I talked to a client about this, we had the exact same conversation. I said, when was the last time you posted a question onto your group or onto your social media page? And she kind of laughed and then realized that actually it was something that she wanted to try. After having tried that, she realized that in a group of about 600 people that she had created, when she asked a question, she got about 120 responses. People want to be part of the conversation. You just have to invite them in. Number 2, not unlike asking a question, ask for people's opinions. Now, we've all seen these, whether it be Twitter polls or Facebook polls, or whether it just be a post that's as simple as, heart for this, clap for this, frown for this as options. But all of those kind of posts are inviting people to take part in something. Again, you're inviting engagement and you're asking people to be part of a bigger conversation. This is really important. Way too many people will ignore those kind of things, or they won't run polls, or they'll feel like they know what they need to be posting for their audience. Take the time, come up with a couple of questions that are related to your industry, that are related to your niche, that are related to your customers. Put them at the forefront of how important this is, and then ask them to give you their response to that question or that poll. You'll be amazed how many people really do want to be involved, but they're just scared or unafraid or uninterested with your particular brand because you're not actually inviting them to be part of anything bigger. Number 3, use video, and especially use live video. Now, I don't mean just going live necessarily, although I really believe in that and I enjoy going live and doing videos and recording podcasts and everything else. But when you actually set up a time to go live, whether it be as an event on Facebook or anything else, you're giving your audience a reason to become part of the bigger conversation again. If you organize, for example, a Q&A about your product or service, or even better, a Q&A for how you can solve problem X for your clients, all of those things are going to allow people to actually take a step to engage with you. People will know about the video, they'll know about when you're going live, they'll know what sort of things, and they'll even potentially, if you ask for it, give you some questions in advance to prepare so that you can answer. On a live video, people like the fact that they can ask you questions, they can post up comments, and that they get a response. This is really important. That ability to interact creates a two-way conversation. It's not just about getting people to comment on your post so that you can game the Facebook algorithm and get a few more views. The idea is this is a real opportunity to build a relationship and build trust with a potential customer. I'd prefer to have 100 people on my Facebook page who actually care about my brand, who actually want to work with us, who actually engage when we do live videos, than to have 10,000 people that actually just click like because there was an offer. Just think about it. Organizing a live video, which doesn't require anything more than the iPhone that's in your pocket or the smartphone that's in your pocket. From there, with a couple of clicks of a button, you can be live on your Facebook page. But take advantage of it. Build it up. Use a couple of days or weeks ahead of the game to actually get people involved in that conversation, to get them excited, to get them to ask questions in advance, to get topics that they'd like to hear you cover, so that you can make sure that you're creating a live video experience that really brings value to them, not just for you. Number 4, how about arranging a giveaway or a prize? Now, with this, it's a bit tricky. Some people go down the wrong route and they think that any prize is worthwhile. You shouldn't be looking at just doing anything or any prize, as it were, in the sake of just hoping that you increase your numbers. We're long past the days of the total number of followers is really important. What we're really looking for is the total number of real, engaged followers and fans that your business can build. So if you're going to organize a giveaway or a prize-based contest of some sort, then I recommend looking at Contest Domination. It's a great platform. It helps you to set up a contest super simply. It costs about $99. But more importantly, it has a viral effect. People have more chance of winning if they share the links and if other people enter the contest. But one of the really important things is we're not just looking to collect data on people or emails on people or try and get people that have no real interest. So what we want to try and do is make sure that the prize is really specific to what we actually do and what we offer. So for example, if you were a bakery, you'd be looking at giving away 12 free cupcakes, because that means everybody who's entering the contest and who wants a chance to win cupcakes likes cupcakes, and therefore they're potential customers in the future. If you work in the service-based industry, it can be a little bit harder sometimes, but trying to find free audit, free year-end accounts, free social media audit, whatever it might be, to help make sure that those customers that are entering or potential customers that are entering the competition have a real interest in what you do. I'll drop a link down in the show notes to Contest Domination. For complete transparency, we're not sponsored by Contest Domination. However, the founder is a good friend and his other company, Campaign Refinery, does sponsor our podcast. Number 5, one of the biggest challenges that people have when it comes to their social media is what they think is almost too good to be true, that they post and that people will come flooding into them. That's just not how it works. As I mentioned already, we want to put the social back into social media. And what that actually means is sometimes it's not about you posting and sitting back and waiting for people to kind of get involved in your conversation. Sometimes it's about you finding where they like to hang out and you getting involved in their conversation. It's really easy to think that if you sit back and just post and then hope for the best, that everything is going to work out and that everybody's going to know who you are. The reality is it just doesn't work that way. By you going on to the other platforms, the channels where they are, the groups, the Twitter chats, or anything like that, you get the chance to be part of a bigger conversation. You get a chance to be part of a conversation with that audience, with that target audience that you really want to work with. But you get to show a little bit about who you are, what you guys do, your industry knowledge, as opposed to spamming links to try and sell your latest 2-for-1 offer. These are all tricks that can be done super simply. None of what I've mentioned costs a lot of money. None of it requires you to go out and buy any kind of new hardware or any equipment or anything like that. All it takes is for you to invest some time. And that's the biggest key takeaway here. If there's one thing I can encourage you to do, it's to spend some more time building your audience, interacting with your audience, talking to your prospective audience, getting involved in the bigger conversation and knowing what it is that that audience really is interested in. Sometimes you'll be amazed at what you can find out just by seeing how other people talk, what they talk about, and what sort of information they're actually looking for. It will help with all sorts, from content creation going forward, for things to give you ideas for lead magnets or freebies or giveaways. All of these things will become apparent as soon as you're involved and you're interacting and engaging with that audience. So guys, I hope this has been helpful today. I'd love to know what you guys think of the latest formats of episodes that we've been doing. Please feel free to hit us up on social media. We're on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook as @allaboutdigmar, and give me some feedback, please, because we'd love to know whether or not you guys are finding these techniques, these tools, these tricks, tips, whatever we want to call them, useful. And if you're trying to implement them, I'd love to hear how it's going. In fact, I'll even be happy to have a 30-minute free consultation call if you've tried some of these things and it's not working, so that I can help you build your audience in the future. Have a great day, everybody. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon.
The All About Digital Marketing podcast is brought to you by Social Inc., a distributed digital marketing agency specialized in delivering results through online campaigns. Whether it's content marketing, social media marketing, online advertising, or web design, we've got you covered, from strategy through to delivery. If you're struggling with your digital marketing, get in touch today by simply visiting www.socialinc.co.